I'm so excited to take you here. I'm gonna start and end the video here. Hopefully we have enough time because we've got a yoga to catch right after this. I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see. We are so lucky to be here right now. We are absolutely cradled in nature. And if you've seen my other videos, we have passed this place before. Look at that straight ahead. Wow, this is paradise. We are absolutely in paradise. Welcome. Welcome to Tala Talks, where I share my everyday thoughts and everyday experiences. In today's video, ooh, I got white there. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you my self-care routine and how that can be really good for your overall health, particularly your mental health. Found ourselves a very nice spot, so I'm just gonna sit over there and hopefully both of us can enjoy this beautiful view. I just want to say this is a very important disclaimer to mention that I am absolutely far from where I feel that my body should be. I do yoga every day. I take the motorbike going to yoga, so that's a lot of sunlight exposure, which is really good for the circadian rhythm. However, the one thing I am lacking is definitely strength. I need to make more time in lifting weights and building muscle, because just because you do yoga and yoga promotes, or yoga would like you to be flexible so that you can do certain poses or asanas, that can be dangerous, because if you don't have the muscle to support your body, especially support your bones, degenerative disease, which means bone deterioration. So that's a disclaimer I'd like to let you know that I am definitely far from ideal. If you are curious to know about my background, do check out my other videos, because I do talk a lot about how I'm able to afford this kind of lifestyle. I'll try to summarize it really quickly. I used to be in the corporate world and I left that after more than 10 years because of many reasons. And right now I am burning through a little bit of the savings, and I have made investments with those savings so that I'm able to pay for my everyday accommodations or my monthly accommodations, which are really affordable. Check out those videos too, because I made videos on how affordable it can be to live in certain areas in the Philippines. And I'm able to use those savings to pay for budgeted food as well. So if you are curious to know what kind of food I eat, you can check that out as well. But for me, coming from the city, I am originally a city girl. I've left all of that because I realized that it is not aligned with what I feel should be healthy. And when I say healthy, it's getting enough exercise, getting proper sleep, getting good diet. I eat a lot of whole foods. I do eat some not healthy foods as well, but that's just because it's a treat. Perhaps it comes with age. Ooh, I just noticed, look at that. They're really enjoying the good life, just basking in the sun, enjoying the fresh air. But the first one is really getting a lot of peace and quiet. And it's not to say that I'm a loner or I don't like crowds. It's just that perhaps it does come with age, where I find that when I visit my family in the city, the malls can be very noisy and a little bit overbearing. And now that I'm in a place like this, look at how much space and fresh air we have, and just seeing other people enjoy that as well. There's a cute dog right in front of me as well, enjoying his little nipa hut. I'll show you that in a while. This peace and quiet for me allows any person to be able to really listen to their own thoughts, and most importantly, silence those thoughts, because I know you've heard this saying, you are not your thoughts, and that's absolutely true. When you're able to tune in more with your instincts, and with all of that, you really tend to make better decisions if you have proper sleep. as I've mentioned, proper diet and exercise, you really will things will fall into place with regards to living a healthier life. So peace and quiet in a beautiful place like this, for me, is essential these days. And that is like, this kind of environment is very different from peace and quiet in the city where you isolate yourself in your room. I'm not talking about isolating yourself in a room or just anywhere quiet in four walls. No, it is peace and quiet alongside with all the other factors that I've mentioned, which is exercise, good sleep, and good diet. A lot of this video has to do with a comparison between living in the countryside of the Philippines, or as we call it, the province, versus being in the city. And when you are in the city, you know, unfortunately, particularly in Manila, I would say, maybe also in Cebu, our urban planning isn't great compared to, let's say, other countries like Nordic countries, where they put a lot of value on nature preservation, you know, making sure that there are parks and trees left despite, you know, the progress of a city and putting tall buildings. But in Manila, you'll just see close to, it's not a haven for fresh air for sure. And so for me, I do value that, like, you know, without your breath. And there's this term in, I would say, Sanskrit, and we practice this with our yoga practice. It's called Swara, SWARA, and it stands for waking up with the awareness of breath. Because when you were born, the first thing you took was your breath, and when you die, the last thing you'll be taking is your breath. So for me, that inhalation of fresh air is so important. It's what you're putting in your body. It's your lungs. It's the source of life. It's the vitality. It's how you are you. It's how you are breathing. It's how you're alive. So I'm sure you get the point. You know, go take in that fresh air. And I'm not just talking about fresh air. It's what nature does to it. You know, in the city, there's a lot of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. Whereas here, the trees, they purify all of that. They give you just the good stuff, legit oxygen. So especially when you're by the sea, the planktons in the sea, and especially sharks, if you know what I mean. The sharks, they have these gills that purify the pollution in the air as well, turn them into oxygen. And yeah, we do get a lot of good stuff from the sea, good oxygen from the sea. There's a lot to be said about this next one, but I really will try to keep this video short, so we're not late for yoga. We've got 10 minutes left actually. I don't know how I'm gonna make this. But the next one is community and creating connections. It's just incredible how the younger generation nowadays are into so much of these gadgets that they forget their touch and what it's like to build friendships, what it's like to interact with other people. They're so glued into their blue screens that they don't know what it's like anymore, even to get to know themselves, because, you know, the clutter of social media tends to fill in your brain with things that you don't necessarily need. And that's why they term the term doom scrolling. It's not healthy. But when you are in a place like this, like I do yoga every day and I've met so many amazing people. I'm also here because of a wedding. I met Maverick and now his wife Wendy, but particularly Maverick, I met him close to 6 years ago because he was doing astrophotography here, taking photos of the beautiful Milky Way. Believe it or not, you can see them here because there's not that much air pollution, but in the city, good luck. But having said that, it's because I was enjoying the sea and I saw Maverick passing with all his cameras, and I started to talk to him. I was like, hey, what are you doing? And since then, Maverick and I, alongside with a group, Maverick has created a group, an astrophotography group, where we get together almost once a year, and it's just it's a nice community vibe, and not just with the astrophotography, particularly with my yoga group as well, and just people you meet along the way. So sometimes the healthiest thing you can do, put away all your phones, put away all technology, and just really enjoy all of this. I promise it'll get better from here. There's a gentleman over there selling some goodies. I wish I brought my wallet. I didn't. I left actually I hope my bag is still there. Let's go check it and see. Yep, it's still there. That's how cool it is here in the province. I'll tell you about that in a while. Just leave my stuff around. Of course, don't get too lax because you never know, but it's relatively safe. The next one is lower cost of accommodations and food and practically everything. You know, being here in the city, I actually do have so much to say about that. One thing is they don't even sell coconuts here. And there's so many coconut trees around us. I mean, I could just point out so many of them right there so you can see. It's just that people in the province, they don't sell them because they just give them out. They share them. They would even make the effort to climb the tree for you right there on the spot. And I've received like bananas from my next door neighbor. I've received mangoes. Mangoes just fall off the tree. I just get them. There's Philippine lime everywhere. There's coconuts. So it's like, wow, I've been living off from Mother Nature, and that's really, really incredible. And the locals themselves, they would love to share their food with you. In fact, if you are planning to visit the Philippines, you'll realize that Filipinos are very friendly and very generous, and they always invite you to eat. So even accommodations are so much cheaper here as well. I do have to say, with cheaper accommodations come some power outs. Since I've been here for close to a month now, I've experienced 4 power outs for hours sometimes. So you won't get Wi-Fi, you won't get pump in your water, you won't get obviously lights, there's no electricity. So, but with that is a good excuse to talk to your friends, because what else are you gonna do, right? Just bring your power banks, I would suggest. This might seem extremely redundant. Oh my gosh, sorry, I got distracted. Check out this doggo. What is he doing there? As I was saying, sorry, I got distracted. The dog looks like a corgi, but there are a lot of Filipino dogs here which are known as Askal or Aspen. Aspen is Asong Pinoy. Oh my god, look at this dog, so cute. Asong Kalye is Askal and Asong Pinoy is Aspen. I'm not sure if they are considered like good terms nowadays, but there are a lot of stray dogs, and yeah, so there's a lot of non-profit organizations that help out with that. They spay and neuter, but unfortunately the efforts of these lovely souls aren't enough. Definitely the government should be doing something. That's another topic. I don't want to get into politics, but again, when you are living amidst nature, it's just incredible how much healthier you become. You become really more in tune with what you were born to be. You were born to be around nature, you know, like, what do you call it, dust in the wind. Eventually when you go, you will be that dust in the wind, and we aren't built to isolate ourselves in air-conditioned rooms or in malls or like be glued to our screens, because that is what do you call it, is the attention economy. All these companies that provide apps and video games and things like that, they really do try to capture your attention. That's why it has its own economy. But part of my self-routine for sure, and part of my mental health, is making sure that I do have enough nature in my life. I would say at least 90%. There's so much you can do in nature. Take your motorbike, go for a walk. Look at that. I mean, that is a long shoreline that you can enjoy. I really will do my best to be flashing videos or video clips that I feel is aligned with this video or whatever I'm saying. But the next one is less congestion and less traffic. Oh man, I don't know how to explain this, but when I'm in the city and something that should take 10 minutes to go somewhere, it takes an hour or two. And for me, it's like, why are we spending our life in a vehicle? We're not built for this, you know? We're not, you know, I mean, there is a study that they made how much money the Philippines or Manila or maybe cities like Cebu, how much money are they losing every day because people who are working are spending most of their time in traffic. I remember I have a friend who lives in Fairview in Quezon City, and just to go to work one way takes 2 hours and then another 2 hours going home. If he's lucky, sometimes 3, so that's already 4 hours or 5 hours just being stuck in traffic. And you know, it's I can't say it's healthy. I think that would drive anyone crazy. I definitely have experienced anxiety being in traffic, just thinking why, you know. So eventually, right before I got this lifestyle, I bought a scooter and I would just scoot straight and pass all the traffic. And you know, in my thought, I'd be like, haha, it sucks to be you. But you know, thinking about it, nobody deserves to be stuck in traffic, especially if they are needing to provide for their families. They're needing to earn money. They have no choice. They, you know, even sometimes hauling a taxi or getting a bus or a train can be tricky in Manila because there are long lines. So bless everybody who is really putting all their heart and soul into trying to make a living, because perhaps they need to eat and feed their family. So when you move to a place like a beautiful island like this, for sure there will be less traffic, close to zero traffic in fact, clear roads, smooth sailing journeys. Oh, it's just a breeze. In fact, it's not just a breeze, it's highly pleasurable. Okay, we are literally and officially late for yoga, so I'm gonna try talking to you while we walk to yoga. But the next one is some rich cultures and traditions. I love that because there's not too much influences. Well, actually, there's so many expats that live here, so many foreigners that choose to retire in a beautiful island like this, and I can't blame them. But somehow the cultures and traditions have been preserved and celebrated, and I really love that. I suppose the best person to ask is Eddie, because Eddie's from Scotland and we've been together for almost 5 years now. And hopefully he'll be in one of these videos and he can tell you all about what kind of traditions he's experienced in the Philippines. We are very late. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Hi. Who are you? You're so cute. There's so much mango trees around us. Like, I am absolutely not surprised if this place has so many falling mangoes. And I do see a couple. Food is everywhere. And the next one that I want to share with you is definitely in the provinces. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why the crime rates are much higher in cities, but yeah, where I live, it's completely isolated, and I mean the family just lives next door, and it's been really safe. And if you're not used to that silence, you might get a bit creeped out, but eventually once you get used to it, it's a lot safer here. It's more peaceful. Everything is simple. People require less. It's less, it's just less materialistic, you know, and building relationships, that's what's more important than material things. I suppose that's why there's less crime rate. Wow, look at this, Mother Nature takes over. That's where we came from. Lots of coconut and mango trees. But look at that. Okay, we might have to get set up for yoga. I do see people up there already. You're so cute. Oh my gosh, hi. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my lordy lord. You're so cute. I hope you enjoyed that very short video clip of what it's like to do yoga. A while ago we were chasing after the yoga class. Now we're chasing after sunset. Hopefully we still have enough light to finish this video. I will put the rest of the vinyasa yoga session at the end of the video. I hope you don't mind the sound of the cicadas or cicadas. Cicadas, I guess that's in Spanish. It's nighttime. They are hustling and bustling. Whoa, it's quite loud. It's magical. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Because it's not as warm as it was, sun is definitely gonna be going down there. Wait, sun rises in the east. Yeah, the west is gonna be there. That's going to Siaton. If you ever have a chance to visit Cuckoo's Nest over at, I believe that's in Siaton. Oh, check it out. The sky is gonna be magical. There's a lot of purples and pinks. It's just ridiculous. And over to our other side, you can see some people walking. But the next thing on my list, in fact, I actually just searched this on Google to see, you know, like how can your life improve living in the rural areas or non-city places like where we are right now over at Negros. And the next one on the list is self-sufficiency, and it says there are a lot of people who live in nature or in places where you need to sustain yourself with food. They end up growing their vegetables, their fruits, and like I've mentioned earlier, all of those trees, by the way, actually no, it's the trees behind us. There are so many mango trees. A lot of those trees there are mango trees, and there are coconut trees right behind us as well. Yeah, they're baby coconuts. I suppose it's safer to remove them. Let me just flip the camera so that you can enjoy this view more. Because the sunset's supposed to be there. But the way I interpret it, since I'm not growing my own fruits and vegetables here, although I do know so many people who are doing that as well. In terms of self-sufficiency, I have so much time for myself in the mornings and at nighttime and all throughout the day because I am solo traveling at the moment. And because I have that uninterrupted space, you know, like if I was living in my family home back in the city, there's just a lot of excitement, obviously. You know, like they have their schedule, they sleep late sometimes, we watch Netflix, you know. You just end up getting influenced by the people who are living around you, whether you like it or not. Even their sleeping habits become my habits, even their diet. If, you know, there's a lot of takeaways, and so it may not necessarily be the healthiest all the time, though there is the option because there's a lot of salads at home. But you know, when there's a lot of comfort food, it's just too easy. So when I think what I was wanting to say with self-sufficiency, I do feel like I do make better decisions when I have my own space, my own time. And for the people who live here, the locals, yeah, they are able to grow their own food. That's amazing because nature will provide. As long as you take care of Mother Earth and love Mother Nature, yeah, there's just so much abundance. There's fish being caught every day. If you've seen my other videos, I've taken videos of fishermen fishing right in front of where we're staying, our very budgeted accommodations. We are beachfront there, and there's fish, lots and lots of fish there. And by the way, I got this mosquito bite. It's just part of what it's like living in nature. You know, you see all this beauty, and I don't know if you're watching from the comfort of your home, And you might think that, oh, it's the same vibe here. Definitely it's much better in a nature-filled place, but also with nature comes a lot of insects and creatures that live in it. Just a while ago I saw a white spider on my dress and I'm like, oh no, I don't know if you're poisonous, but certainly the medical attention here is a 20-minute ride going to Dumaguete. So, you know, best not get bitten by that. And the moon is just about to come out. Oh, it's looking so beautiful. So for me, there's so much magic going on if you just really tune into nature. I'm really glad this is finally the last on our list because there is no more sun left. But the last one is the quality of life. And yeah, because there are less distractions and we are closer to nature, and especially if you are the type to love the outdoors, like swimming in that beautiful sea over there, swimming, diving, yoga, hiking, cycling, or being on your motorbike. It's just incredible. I personally, with my experience, I'm able to form deeper connections with myself because I do spend a lot of time with nature and myself. I really get to tune in with what feels right and what doesn't. Even from distance away, I realize some people in my life are not healthy, so you know, I choose to have friends that I feel will help me grow and who are full of positivity and love. And for those who just do the opposite, you know, it's easier for me to realize those things when there's a lot of quality of life. I think they're celebrating a birthday there. It's so cute. But yeah, slower paced life, deeper connections with yourself, with the people around you, with the environment, with Mother Nature. It's just, yeah, it's just great overall. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm sorry if the quality isn't as good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was all good vibes. I hope you can feel the love that I really wish all of you can feel right now that I am feeling. There's a couple of dive boats ahead of me and it's just, the night is so young at the moment. The day's over and I'm just so grateful for you, for everyone, and I appreciate all of you. Ciao for now and I'll see you soon.